I bet that some people in my old job look at my websites or my Instagram things and they say, this crazy bitch, what happened to her, no? Hippie, whatever, which I'm not, don't consider myself hippie, but.
She was a perfect employee, successful, ambitious, obedient. Then one day she woke up and she couldn't pretend anymore. This is the story of a woman from Bolivia, a journey from the perfect corporate slave to a free human.
Hello, my name is Luz Victoria Velázquez. Bueno, I live about 100 kilometers from Santa Cruz in Bolivia. It's a place in the countryside. It's not really a town. I live like in a farming community. I've had this land for many years, yeah, but I've been living in this land for about 10 years now. The most important thing about my life right now is coherence between what I think, the person I would like to be, and my actions. That's the most important thing in my life now. So I have to be very observant of myself and what I'm doing. If it's an action or what I'm talking or what I'm thinking, I'm always observing, how I'm behaving and how it integrates with the person I would like to be. I was in the corporate world for 30 years, oil and gas business, wow. So I was the perfect model of productivity, no, workaholic, supposedly very clever with this cleverness that is rewarded in this world as it is today, working long hours, perfectionist, well, all the recipe for disaster, no? And I was happy, I was not unhappy doing it because I liked a lot working. And delivering stuff and, meeting deadlines. For me, it was like a high. So it didn't destroy me because I liked it. And it started to me to seem pretty much like something that was the same every day and was repeating and repeating and repeating. And when I moved to work in the US, the pattern was even more tangible because over there you have all these like Christmas and Easter and Labor Day and 4th of July, and then the next year it was the same music, and I started to feel uncomfortable in the way that I couldn't. One of the objectives of suffering is to get you out of that routine. And I had a huge event in my life. I lost my partner in a very painful way, and that's when I started like, okay, they have moved me out of this reality that repeats, and I can see it. And now what? No? So I started to change. And it took me, it was not a short period, it took me about 10 years to start. The first thing that I lost was completely and very, very sudden was the ambition was gone. I was very ambitious. I wanted to climb up, the corporate ladder and whatever, but that was gone. It's like from one day to the other, I just went to the office, made what I had to do, and forgot about. I was pretty much engaged now in what is this? What is my life? So I was completely out of work, and work was my life before. Work and my sons. Estaba cauta, ¿no? Yo no salté así. Yo dije, ok, denme un permiso sin paga por 3 años, que después me lo aumentaron a 5. Y la gente me decía, ¿cómo te dieron 5 años? Y yo soy la esclava perfecta, ellos me quieren de vuelta. I left a life where I had the German car, I had the apartment in the best neighborhood of the city, I had a very well-paid job, I had everything. But, there is at a point that it says, this is not delivering, it's setting me free. I don't feel that it's setting me free in any way, no? So I usually spend my time doing small things during the day. So I usually sleep between 9 and 2 a.m. And from 2 a.m. to 4 or 5 a.m., I usually think meditate, talk to my soul, and sometimes I answer, like emails or messages. So it depends on what's my mood. But those 3 hours, I like it very much. Everything is very quiet and my mind is very sharp at those hours. Then I go back to sleep about 4 or 5, and then I wake up around 8 or 9, between 8 and 9 a.m. again to the world. And then I don't practice a lot of regular exercises the way people know them. My exercise is going up the mountain, or something that is called Qigong. That is a Chinese set of exercises that I like a lot because it doesn't work muscles or the outer part of your body. It works like the inside part of your body. It works your organs, it works your bones, it works your muscles, but on the inside, not on the outside. So I've been practicing it for about 10 years and I like it a lot. So not every day, but consistently I do it. What are my projects? Of course, when I worked in coaching, I had to organize my coaching sessions. I'm not in coaching anymore, so I'm more dedicated into music. And right now what I'm doing is learning how to produce, record my own things, and I'm having like regular music lessons. And I buy always new instruments that I like to practice and learn how to play. So right now I have a new instrument that is from West Africa called kora, which I have to learn how to play, and my days go between the piano, which I'm learning also, the kora, because the new abundance is time. Being owner of your time. The new abundance is joy. Do I enjoy what I'm doing every day? So you need to switch a lot of things that have been engraved there, and you need to take some faith leaps. So I'm disconnected from anything that that is not part of my peace. I feel disconnected from everything in modern life or not modern life that I think has been a belief that was not imposed, I'm not going to use that word, but I grew up with, that doesn't bring me peace when I apply that belief in my actions. The internet I think is wonderful. It's like a big brain where the neurons connect with no interference at all, which is great for all the control that we have had on news, on how they tell us the story. With internet, you have everybody saying what they think, and you have access to that. But there is a lot of bullshit as well. So it's my discernment, really, that makes that tool useful and peaceful for me or not. And that's it. I cannot enter in a debate or whatever. Politics, well, politics for me is something that is not part of my life. Why? Because I see it as a system that doesn't give me anything that contributes to my peace. News, same thing. So people ask me, how can you live without knowing what's going on in the world? Well, you can. You just have to try. And there is no difference. And what do you talk about with people? Well, I have so many things to talk about with people that are not politics, economics, and the wars and the things that are going on in the world. Many things. If you want to listen, I could talk forever on things that don't have to do with that. Because of my age, of course, you might guess the answer, but I don't have like a public life. I don't document my life. I don't upload in Instagram stuff, except when I was a coach that I did deliver messages but didn't show my daily life. So none of my daily life is public. So a lot of things people don't see. does the money come from? Of course, I'm greenwashing from, from oil and gas. So that money that I inherited from a not very good source is now, converted into places where people come and have retreats and whatever. I service in whatever gives me joy. So of course, I am a sound therapist. I was a coach for 5 years. I do specific services like Akashic Records readings or retraining of your subconscious or whatever. And that was my job. But people tell me, you do this because you have a lot of money. And I said, no, I have a lot of money because I never believed that I had to have money. I always had, I went to study in the US and my family didn't have any money. And I said, I'll figure it out. And I went. And they say, okay, we pay for 1 semester, the rest you need to figure out. And that's the way but I didn't say, okay, because my family cannot support me for 4 years, I won't go. So I was born with that spirit of, okay, this is what I want and what supports this is going to appear.
Sonido porque yo hago solamente a pedido y todavía es una cosa que la gente no la comprende muy bien qué es, entonces es más de moda. Pero a veces recibo grupos grandes generalmente, de gente que hace retiros por acá y una que otra pareja o grupo de amigos que vienen a Samaipata y me llaman. Que suenan como grillos, básicamente. Esto tiene un sonido súper fuerte. Esto es de los macheteros que se lo ponen en los tobillos, pero mira cómo suena. Aquí, ¿no?
I already am in a point where I trust that everything I need, I will have. And I'm in service. So, look at it this way. I'm in the universe's payroll because I'm delivering a service that I find useful for humans to free them from suffering and, delivering these ideas. So I am, in my eyes, I'm financially perfect because I always have what I need. I like a lot traveling, always money for traveling. Yo nunca me endeudé. Nunca. Cuando me endeudé fue con individuos. Yo jamás entré al sistema financiero. La tarjeta de crédito se paga toda a fin de mes. A mis hijos los eduqué igual. Okay, so something that I used to believe about life that I no longer believe is that I'm a poor, suffering human, that has a destiny. And now I don't believe that. I believe that I'm a powerful energy essence of love that have the power to create whatever I want. And of course, that makes me responsible for how my life looks. So the most common thing that people romanticize about my lifestyle is that they think that I have it all figured out. No. People see me very calm. It's like I'm always, everything is fine with me. Okay, this is going on. Let's see how we figure out something, whatever. But I was, here I had some water problems because there were some very rough rains last year and all the water system of the community was severely damaged. And I was pulling, connecting the water to my tank using that road. And then the people that own that land started saying that it's private property, and I was, and they say, no, it's ours, and then it started this quarrel, okay? And, and I explained to them, okay, I can go to a judge and ask for a judge that I need to pass through your land to connect water into my house. And because it's a constitutional right, the right of passage and the right to water, the judge is going to say that you have to let me pass. So I'm not harming you, I'm just, putting a tube that is going to be buried and there, you don't even notice. But they started to be, took to my lawyer, you cannot enter, whatever. And I got carried away. And I got engaged, called my lawyer, told the authority of the community, okay, make a date, both of us with lawyers, and we are going to figure this out. And I was pissed off. And then I was blah, 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 when I'm going to, lo voy a hacer mierda de todo, bueno, bla, 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 bla. Y después digo yo, ¿qué estoy haciendo? ¿Qué estoy haciendo? Y le pregunto al plomero, ¿podemos ir por otro lado? Y el plomero me dice, sí, lo podemos sacar de por acá. I was watching myself carefully, and then this, which is very viral and it's very instinctive and it's part of me as well, came out, and I wanted to go into war. And I said, how am I complaining that the Jews and the Palestinians are in war if I cannot handle such a small war next to me? And it's my cause, I'm causing it. And I was happy about that I came into sense, and I said, what am I doing? I was happy. I was very proud about myself, but no, I don't have things figured out. And these rabbits jump all the time, all the time. Rewrite what cost is, because there is no cost at all. Cost comes from your beliefs. Loneliness, for instance, of course, because I bet that some people in my old job look at my websites or my Instagram things and they say, this crazy bitch, what happened to her, no? Hippie, whatever, which I'm not, don't consider myself hippie, but yeah, we were laughing with my sister because I said, I used to have a boyfriend in Houston, and sometimes he puts likes, and she says, oh, she's still interested in you. And I said, no, she says, I'm glad that I didn't get involved with her because look, she's a fucking hippie now. You might lose your family. Because at some point, it's not a part of it's because of vibration. Of course, you now sit down in a family dinner or friends dinner, and they are talking about politics and things that you don't care about anymore. The part of my life that is harder than conventional life is that I don't have anybody to blame about what goes on in my life. It's accepting my singular and only responsibility of my life is me. I'm the only responsible, nobody else. No, entonces para mí vivir aquí es la libertad más grande. Este lifestyle es más viejo que el universo. Gain in all senses. I didn't have to trade off anything. That's freedom. You realize, what do you trade off? It's like asking me, okay, you got out of jail. What is your trade-off for leaving jail? None! Are you fucking crazy? None! Everything is a gain for me. There is no trade-off. You are free when you understand who you are. A human that understands its own essence, which is pure love and wisdom. I consider myself a free human. With the question of, do I consider myself a free human? Yes, I consider myself a free human. As I told you, a free human that needs to be watching for how do you say in English? You need to be all the time alert of your own behavior, your own thinking, your own, what you say, what you think, what you do. And if that's coherent with peace, harmony, love, then you're free.
Thank you so much for watching, but now I really want to thank Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Squarespace is a magnificent tool for business owners and artists like myself to create a beautiful online presence that actually gets results. There is Design Intelligence. Introducing Design Intelligence from Squarespace. combining 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with cutting-edge AI technology to unlock your strongest creative potential. Design Intelligence empowers anyone to build a beautiful, more personalized website tailored to their unique needs and craft a bespoke digital identity to use across one's entire online presence. Squarespace Payments. Squarespace Payments is the easiest way to manage your payments in one place. With Squarespace, onboarding is fast and simple. Get started with just a few clicks and start receiving payments right away. Plus, give your customers more ways to pay with popular methods like these ones. There's a lot. Sell content. Squarespace makes it easy to sell access to content on your website like online courses, blogs, videos, and memberships, and recurring revenue by gating your content behind the paywall. Simply set the price and choose whether to charge a one-time fee or a subscription for access. And these are just some of the amazing features of Squarespace. There's plenty more. If you'd like to find out more for yourself, go to squarespace.com, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Sorel to get 10% off your first website or domain. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.